Nick Ball got finally what he deserved. Rabbit punching, holding on his hand while he's throwing, dirty fighter, and got punished for it. Fortunately, won me a few £100, so shout out to Brandon Figueroa. Although at the same time, I'll be honest, I am disappointed because I did Gonzalez to knock out Kane in a double, which I'll show you on the screen twice. So if he didn't do that, and he actually went for it and got that final knockdown after he dropped in twice, could have won more though. But hey ho, credit to Brandon Figueroa. But I told you, he's all wrong. Oh, he lost twice to Stephen Fulton. So what? He's a boxer. Nick Ball's a brawler. This is Brandon Figueroa's game, and he battered him with experience, volume, and pressure. And all this talk about Darren Barker, oh, Nick Ball ain't one trick pony. Well, guess what? He clearly is. And they're talking about Figueroa like he's older, like, oh, he's come to the end of his career. He's only 29. What is all this nonsense about? And clearly, you got exposed. Now with Jack Turner on the chief support, this is very rarely you say there's a hard-hitting flyweight. Hits like an absolute truck. He only took about 5 shots as well, and you obviously saw the damage on his face where he's similar to Ricky Hatton the way he fights, as well as punishment where when he takes a few shots he used to cut easily or used to bruise up a bit easily. Similar situation with Jack Turner, but it's pressure, it's high relentless, high volume punching, got him through it. And of course his opponent said no, Mads, and if I'm completely honest, do I blame him? No, because if he didn't do that he would have been sparked down on the floor. Now with Andrew Kane, what an absolute tremendous 2 minutes, maybe 2.5. Again, body shots they bring out the bitch within you. And Kane, them 2 times he dropped, you know, he was wincing. I thought he was out for the count, but no my luck. Even when I did Gonzalez by knockout, he gets caught with 2 shots his own, and then he gets dropped twice, and then he gets stopped. So I was fuming because I did Gonzalez by knockout, but hey ho, nearly there. But Kane, fair play to him, still limited in my eyes. Whereas this man, Hassan and Shak, unreal. Again, this is his third fight, 3 knockouts out of 3. He looks the real deal fundamentally, but we got to wait for him to step up. Similar with Brad Strand on the other hand, where he's decent, but when he stepped up against someone like Dennis McCann, he got exposed. And then he lost to Beluta, which he clearly won. He clearly won with ease. So they need to stop downplaying him and backtracking his career and his progression. They need to step him up to that British Commonwealth level, because if he can't prove he's at that level and fight people at that sort of level at this stage of his career, he's just going to progress very, very slowly, much more than he should be. So Nick Ball and Figueroa, the whole card, I say it's a 7.5, because obviously the main event was just how it was. The co-main, Andrew Kane, let's be honest, the 8th and 9th round was great. Before that, it was a bit of a chess match for 7 rounds where neither fighter committed, so it was hardly eye-catching for the audience. And then you had Jack Turner, he was the co-main. He just pretty much just bulldozed his fire, just pressurising, pushing him back, and just bullied him for 3 rounds. But again, I want to see him step up because I do believe he's got what it takes to go to the top, especially at that level where you hit like an absolute truck. Hassan and Shak, solid fighter, great fundamentals. He does get a bit complacent and gets stands on the inside and gets caught with a few silly shots, but besides that, he does look the real deal. So I do believe work on a bit fundamentally with your defense. He's a whole package. And then Brad Strand, top fighter, but he's just not fighting people he should be in the ring with. And then at this level, I don't believe when you're just going to start to get to a stage where you fight to your opponent's level, where you're going to have slow fights where you fight at a slow tempo and it's just not eye-catching. And then when you step up, because you're used to being, let's say, 3-4 rounds to ease into it, the other fighter nabs the early rounds, and then they build the tempo, they build the fight, and you dictate the fight. But no, Brad Strand is something where he's dictating fights at a very slow pace against this opposition. When he steps up, it's going to be a little too late when he tries to ease into it and try and dictate the pace himself, bit like he found out against Dennis McCann. But that is all for today. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and as always, my betting VIP group has been launched. It's in the link in the bio or on my YouTube channel. But that is all for today, as I just said. on to Efe Jaba and Charles Martin, which I do believe will be a brutal knockout. You gotta watch that video to find out. Have a great day, boys, or evening, depending where you're from.